Hi everyone, good morning, and welcome to the first episode of Business with Oyin. Yay! My name is Oyin Oladekobe. I'm the founder of Jedi & Co Lifestyle. I'm a fashion entrepreneur and I love to teach. I've been doing this for a bit on this platform. I hosted the first Fashionpreneur conference, which I hope I'm going to be doing again very soon. And now I'm just going to be sharing tips, tricks, and speaking with other entrepreneurs to bring you business advice as needed. Today we'll be talking about sampling in the fashion industry, especially when you are outsourcing manufacturing, but also important when you are making your inventory within the house. You need to make samples, whether you are making it from abroad or from your local company or even with your own artisans. You need to test run and see the end product and compare the end product with the vision that you had in your head. So I'll be going through a few reasons why you need to make a sample, request for a sample or several samples. And like you all know, I wrote a beautiful book. It's called From Factory to Fashion, and it's available on Seller for 14,500. It takes you through the process of having an idea to bringing your idea to pass, how to interact with suppliers, manufacturers, especially in the fashion industry. Click the link in bio to get one right away. I'm not going to keep you any further, and I'm just going to start. So in my book, I stated the process for requesting samples, the whole process from creating your own designs. After you've created your designs, the cost of the sample, usually the size. For shoes, sometimes the manufacturers will do maybe one leg, or they'll do in a very random small size, like if it's 738. You can request for it in your size. I usually would ask for it in a 42, and I'll ask for a complete pair so that I can actually wear it and rock it before I request for the shoes. Because aside from look and finishing, there are a few other things that I personally like to test when requesting for samples. Okay, so the first reason why you need to request for sample is quality verification. And for quality verification, you have to receive your goods or a sample of your goods so you can physically inspect. You'll be able to check for the material, you'll be able to check for the stitching, you'll also be able to check for the finishing, you'll be able to check for all the details that you already made. So if you said you want the insole to be suede, you want it to be extra soft or doubly padded, or you want the heel to be a certain shape or to be a certain width or a certain height, those are all the things that you can check when you physically see the shoe or the bag or the dress, whichever applies to your business. Sampling is so important for quality verification. So you need to physically see the sample and confirm all the little details that you requested for concerning quality. Secondly, you should check for fit and functionality. For shoes, for example, sometimes you see beautiful shoes like Kate Spade, 6 inches, 6.5 inches, and you're like, girl, when I walk in those shoes, I feel so sexy. But when you actually wear them, they are crazy uncomfortable. So uncomfortable that you can barely walk 5 minutes in them. Is that your selling point? Is that what you're selling to your customers? The hack of the shoe is so high that the moment you put your feet into it, you're just like, whew, here we go. And there's something I'm also very conscious about when I make my shoes. I always make shoes that I don't want there to be any form of inhibition when you pick the shoes on the shelf. So because I love shoes and I love heels, I have several shoes, and I have the shoes that I grab and go. I don't even think so much. Maybe because they have a versatile color or because they're so comfortable, I don't even think. And I have shoes that before I grab them, I'm like, we're going to walk a lot too. We're going to stand a lot too. It's a party, I'm going to dance too. Do I want to? I'm driving, I'm not driving. My friend is driving. I usually don't want to make any shoes that there are too many inhibitions when you're wearing them. So I usually don't make shoes that are too high. Even if they're 4.5 inches, they have to be pretty comfortable. So these are kind of things that you check when you physically receive the shoes. Because I said earlier, I always get a complete pair that's 2 legs, and I wear them. I wear them to church, I wear them dancing, and I can tell how comfortable they might be. So the second thing that you want to check is you want to check for functionality. For bags also, for example, you have made this glorious design and you put one zip under, you put one zip on top, you put one zip, or you made a dress and you put one pocket inside, outside, doubly, you've designed it and it feels so great to you. But you have to check accessibility. If I have to open my dress like this and enter the pocket and then open the pocket, the mark is not marking. It's not marking. So you have to check for functionality. If you create a big bag and you want it to have 5 different compartments, because that's your selling point, you want it here you can put your laptop charger, here you can put your phone, here you can put your barrel and pencil, and here you can put your laptop, and here you can put your, fantastic. Then you request for a sample and you find out that when you open the bag, because there's so many compartments, the zip of one compartment is not even seeing space to breathe, to open, and then you find out that it's not even making sense. So you have to check for fit and functionality. Another thing is like the clasp. So you don't want to do like a regular clasp for the bag. Like you don't want it to just be like bang bang. So you now tell them to give you one clasp that when you have hand, the hand will now enter. You will now turn it like this. You will now fantastic. Then you make a sample. It gets to you and you start rocking it. I always rock the first sample. I don't sell them. And then I find out that through the day, because of how complicated it is for me to open and close my bag, I find myself not even closing the bag. So I'm just opening the flap, throwing things inside, but I'm not locking it up or I'm not zipping it up because it's just too, I can't. I know that I'm soon going to open the bag again, so I don't want to do and then I have to and then do it again in the next 5 minutes. Fit and functionality, you have to check for that. You have to carry the bag. You might have bought like a particular beautiful clasp, but it doesn't lock properly or it makes a very funny sound. You don't want to be in a meeting and every time you open your bag is in it's very distracting. So fit and functionality is one thing that you have to check for. That's why you need to get samples. Thirdly, you need to check for colors and fabric texture. Like we all know, pictures can be deceiving. With this filter, even before filters, there's always been Photoshop. There's always been angles. If I put a picture, like a shoe against the light, and then I put it against the darkness, I can get different effects from the same thing, right? So you want to confirm that when you see it physically, it's giving you what you want it to give. So you have to check for the color and you have to check for fabric texture. Okay, so I want to talk about how one color can look very different in different textures, different matte, patent, same color. So I can do like a navy blue bag. A navy blue croc bag is different from a navy blue pebbled leather bag. The same color and shade of navy blue would look slightly different in smooth leather bag. Same one would look different in a patent croc as compared to a matte croc. Same color, same shape, same design, nothing has changed, just the color and the texture. So these are all the things that you want to see. I personally find that patent croc is always a hit. People like patent croc, but some people also like matte croc. So even when I'm doing my math and my calculation, I'm doing it separately. There's also a croc that is called 3D croc. It can also be patent or it can be matte, but that looks like real snake skin, even though it can be peeled, and looks like it's peeling. It looks fantastic. It looks so beautiful. But customers who don't understand it will say the shoe is peeling. The bag is peeling. You have to get samples and you have to settle it in your spirit and in your mind and in your vision that this is what you actually want to sell to your customers and this is what your customers want to buy. So that's the third reason why you have to check for your samples. Also, you want to test for customization. There are different ways to customize an item with your brand. You can do metal logo. Even the metal logo can be inscribed, or it can like be emboldened, emblemed. I don't remember the words right now. You can do cloth fabric. The cloth fabric can be woven. Even the weaving can be like inside, or it can be over it. There's so many customizations, and there's so many ways that you can play with your customization. So you want to see them physically and see if you like them, if it feels good, and if it feels according to the brand and what you're trying to do. Also, it's also going to help you test your manufacturer. So your manufacturer says manufacturing time for sample is 7 days, and you guys are going over it for 30 days. Sorry friend, something happened. My friend, oh my friend, something happened. You know what to expect when your real order goes through. Let's not deceive ourselves. Let's not involve Jesus when Jesus did not do anything. You can use it to test for responsiveness. You can use it to test for your communication frequency. You can use it to check for timeliness. You can use it to check for their ability to execute details, their understanding of your concepts. You can use it to check so many things, and their follow through. You have to check all of that. Also, when you get your samples, finally you can use that as a market testing, sample. So you can put up pictures, you can use it for photo shoots, you can wear it and rock it, you can put it on your page and say, oh, something is coming, expect this. And then you get feedback from your customers. Your customers are like, oh my god, I love it, oh I don't love it, oh is it high, is it low, is it too much, is it? If you have a physical store, you can have customers see it, intentionally put it to their faces when they ask it. When they come to the store, you say, oh look at this, we are trying to make this, what do you think, what do you feel? Say, I don't really need this now, what I really need is da 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 da. And so you get feedback from your customers also. Sampling can never be underestimated. Even if you are not the one manufacturing the product, let's even say that the product is theirs and you're just picking it off the shelf, but you have to buy a certain quantity. Still do sampling. Let it not be a situation of what I ordered versus what I got. Let it not be a situation of them and I ordered green shea, and the thing that came is like this thing that I can put on top of my television. You always have to get samples. Also, if you do get samples and then there is a manufacturing batch that differs from the sample, your sample is always going to be a point of conversation to say, nope, this is what we said. If you didn't understand it, then why did the sample come out like this? When you sent the sample, I approved of the sample and I made this change. Therefore, you cannot make a product for me that is different from the conversation point, which is the sample. With these 3 points of mine, I hope that I've been able to convince you that you have to do sampling. You must do sampling locally, internationally, even within your business. You have to do sample. Even when you hire an artisan and the artisan says, I know how to sew, I know how to do, give the person raw fabric, tell the person join it, do the lining. Don't go and give the person 6-piece skirts with corsets finish and tell the person that don't worry, take it or bring it tomorrow of customer clothes. Then when they bring it, you now say this is not what you said. No, you always have to request for samples. Don't forget that you can follow me here at Business with Oyin. The full video will be on my YouTube channel, Business with Oyin. So just search for me there, follow me and find the full video. And don't forget to get my book, From Factory to Fashion. It's an essential guide to help you create your own brand, to create your own product, to know what to find, search for the conversations you must have with your manufacturers. And here it says, working with Chinese manufacturers, creating unique designs, and building a fashion brand that sells. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I hope you learned a thing or two. If you have any questions, please put it below. I'm happy to answer them. Follow me at Business with Oyin. Subscribe, share, and have an amazing